Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B, and I can report it has been 24 solid hours that I have felt fantastic. So, if you are still sitting in some darker energies, listen. Uh, please take this as a sign as better things to come. Now, I'm not saying this is it. I'm done. I'm awakened. I'm still not levitating. So I have no doubt I will go down and back up again. But do take this as a tiny little bit of hope that there is lighter energies coming. It has been 3.5 years where I was down into the depths of hell in Dark Night of the Soul, spiritual emergency. Have a playlist for that. Going through collapsing reality, collapsing marriage, collapsing career, collapsing health, collapsing, lot of collapsing. Trauma bond playlist in there, body playlist, emotions playlist. Please check out the playlists to navigate to find some of the videos that you might be looking for, because I have over 650 videos on my channel, all free information to help you navigate through difficult spiritual awakenings. And for me to be in this vibe that I'm in, feeling free, feeling lighter, feeling productive, sat down and was able to work on my website today. And to be able to do that, I just didn't have the bandwidth to be able to do something like that before. So yes, building my website, getting some of this up and moving again, which is fantastic, because, when the Kundalini is in your head, give up trying to do anything except kind of be off in La La Land for a good long while, doing all the emoting that you should be doing, because if I've learned anything on this awakening journey, it's that many of the things that we thought were wrong are actually the opposite, and they're very, very good. So tonight's video, I'm tackling another paradigm that I now view in a completely different light. So I already just mentioned I'm tackling the entire world's views when it comes to emoting. I did some writing today. I'll post that writing somewhere here as well, in regards to, I have crossed off of my list today chronic pain. 5 years I was in severe chronic pain with an undiagnosed or properly misdiagnosed condition. And tonight I scratched off chronic pain off of my list of conditions, because I am not in pain. Yes, I still have a fistula. Yes, there's still airflow. Yes, I still sleep with wads of cotton up there that have been soaked in aloe. Yes, I'm still treating it with peroxide, and I am hoping upon hope that come June, which is when the oral surgeon told me, that I will have cured this as well. But I've cured the pain. The hole remains, but the pain has gone bye-bye. The pain has left the building. So if I can exist and accomplish what I accomplished over the last 5 years, whilst going through Kundalini and whilst in constant chronic pain, I'm excited to see what I can accomplish when I'm not in pain. And that starts with my website. So very happy about that. Feeling feisty, feeling ready to Scrappy-Doo from the cartoons. That's kind of the vibe I'm in, a little bit of Scrappy-Doo vibe, because I'm taking on and I'm fighting against a lot of norms that put me in a really, really bad way. And some of these things we seem to be coming up against now on a collective level that I'm picking up on with people. So One of those things, that I've been tackling and I'm getting much more vocal and much more stand up is how fucked up the system is when it comes to your health. And when it comes to your health, and I've done so many videos talking about, I no longer believe in disorders. Okay, I'm going to say it as it is. I think that a large majority, if not all, and listen, I can't say all because it's a spectrum and whatever, but I'm going to say the large majority of things we consider disordered or divergent or abnormal or weird or anything else of those categorizations are in fact normal human processes when you take into consideration the environment and the bigger picture at play. I, without question, look back at the last 15 to 20 years of my life because when I moved home from Ireland in 2009 to Canada, I was a vibrant, healthy woman. I was climbing mountains and I was productive. I'm ready to take on the world. I had already gone through one stage of spiritual awakening. I was excited to start a career as a Reiki master. I was in a good way. And what happened? What happened? Well, toxic relationship happened is what happened. And I've talked about it. I do have a narcissist playlist, which is, tied in with toxic trauma bonds. If you don't like the term narcissism, I'm not using it in reference to the personality disorder. As I said, I don't believe in disorders anymore. I believe that all disorders are born of trauma. And they crack you open in a way and can let in some less than desirable traits as we find maladaptive coping mechanisms, we find addictions, we find ways to the inner child can come up and explode, as well as the fact that we can let in, and I've done videos on soul retrieval and the fracturing of the soul, that can let in a lot of dark shit, dark energy, nasty energy, that it's kind of like a parasite as far as I'm viewing it now. It's like a spiritual disorder, if you want to call it anything. And we're not even as a society looking around and really taking into consideration how much and how big a problem narcissistic abuse is. We are not doing it. And listen, there are no criminal charges that can be laid. I'm going because he made me fat. He was financial abuse, reactionary abuse. I was sick. None of those things can result in criminal charges. But they should be. 100% they should be, because what was done to me was slow, insidious, and evil as far as I'm concerned. And I don't just see it as a problem with me. I see it everywhere I look. Everywhere I look, I see all kinds of dysfunction that we write off as normal. So I am standing in my power and I am calling out bullshit. Is what I'm calling out. I'm calling out bullshit to how we treat people that are in dysfunctional marriages, shaming them and diagnosing them, the victims, as the ones that have the problem, when the problem that they have is a reaction to the problem, and we're not even addressing the problem. So I'm calling out our medical system. I'm calling out the medical system's usage of pharmaceuticals. I'm calling out because when you get on those pharmaceuticals, they fuck you up. Is in no uncertain terms did I become a total zombie that put me in harm's way more than it helped. It put me in great harm's way, because you read the side effects of these things, and the confused state that I was in for so many years, it cost me. It cost me my health. It cost me, in part, a lot of my relationship with my son, the closeness that we once were. There was a lot of damage done in the relationship that I stuck in, and it's my fault that I stuck in it. But if I hadn't have been so fucked up on those pharmaceuticals, I really think that I probably could have gotten out a lot sooner. Those pharmaceuticals, having it all turned around on me and having it look like I was the problem because I was depressed. Of course I was depressed. You would have been depressed too if you were living in the environment that I was living in. So this is a devastating problem. This narcissistic, parasitic energy that is at play. And one of the things, as well as the medical system that props it up in place, is another thing that props it up in place, which is our value structure when it comes to marriage. So I'm going to call that shit out too in this video. I'm just calling it all out today. Yes, I'm calling it out because we have all these attitudes and beliefs around marriage as, it's a lifelong commitment. You need to stay loyal. And so I want to call bullshit and say, okay, let's take a history lesson of where marriage originated from, because marriage was never about love and relationship and loyalty. Marriage was an arrangement in which a wife was basically bought. Okay, it was a financial arrangement and an arrangement of power and control in which she was subservient. And this patriarchal system that defines marriage. So let's throw in the values that have been propped up by the church. What it has done is it has caused the normalization of dysfunctional marriages. And when there is a normalization of dysfunctional marriages, what we are doing is we are supporting abuse. We are telling people and shaming people that want to escape from these types of situations because it's just subtle. It's just in society. You should work at it. You should try harder. You should go to counseling. You should this and that. Instead of, if we crumpled up that belief structure and threw it out and came up with a new belief structure that says, if you're not happy in relationship, the best thing for you, for your health, for your children, for your children's health, for everybody involved, for society as a whole, because if you're healthy, then, if more of society is healthy. So in every way, shape, or form, if we got to the root of the matter and said, get the fuck out of dysfunctional relationships as fast as you can, run like the wind, do not feel guilty, do not feel like there's any type of shame that should be involved in it. The indoctrination of shaming people to stay in dysfunctional marriages through, as I said, society, through the religious institutions, through the historical community attitudes, the just general vibe that, marriage is a lifelong commitment. What an insane idea. That's an insane idea. People grow, people develop, people transform, people alchemize, people metamorphosize. They grow at different stages and levels. And because this belief structure that's in play that keeps you embedded in situations that you've long outgrown, it causes all these physical health problems, mental health problems, emotional health problems, and spiritual stunting. So I want to just call out everything that's all the paradigms, all the structures, all the bullshit, all the lies, all the manipulations, all the gaslighting that happens not only within individual relationship, but within society as a whole. So I have been dealing with a good few clients as of late, and the running theme is help. I think I'm in a dysfunctional marriage and I don't know how to get out. Why? Because there's no structures in place. There are no structures. It's very, very difficult to escape from narcissistic relationships or toxic relationships, if you don't want to use the term narcissistic, or addiction influenced relationships where there's alcoholism or drug abuse at play. So toxic, let's just say toxic. Okay. So you're in a toxic relationship. Then what do you do? Where do you go? Can you go and get help from your doctor? What's your doctor going to do? Your doctor's going to maybe suggest that you take pharmaceuticals, which is going to numb you out and make the toxicity not so bad. Not so bad. So I don't recommend doing that. You can try going to counseling. Good luck. Is what I have to say, because when you walk through the door in a counseling situation with somebody who's a covert narcissist, they will be as charming as you can possibly imagine. If they haven't changed in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, after 10 years, 15, 20 years of you complaining and you nagging and you saying, I need change, and you crying and you begging and you pleading, if they haven't changed, they're not going to. They are absolutely not going to. Otherwise, they would have. So my new advice to anyone that is asking me about escaping from toxic situations is, if you've asked more than 3 times, then accept the fact that it's not going to change. If it didn't change the first time, the second time, or the third time, that's it. There's no more times. There's no more times. Please stop drinking. Please stop shouting. Please stop, spending money that we don't have. Whatever it is, if you've asked more than 3 times, that is a toxic, covert, manipulative habit that is designed to keep you in a state of fight or flight, and it's milking your cortisols, which will give you brain damage. Okay, these people don't care. If they cared, they would have changed after the first time you addressed it. When somebody actually cares about you, they show up and they make efforts to problem solve. So if 1, 2, 3, no change, figure out your exit strategy as best you can. Get in touch with a trauma-informed counselor. Get in touch with me. Get in touch with somebody that can support you as you go through this process, because there will be a lot of fuckeries trying to suck you back all the time. All the little games that can be played. Don't leave me. If you leave me, I'm going to commit suicide. Yeah, that's emotional manipulation. And if somebody says that to you, then you know you have a serious problem and you are not responsible for somebody else's health and well-being at all. So find support in your community where you can. But my point is it's difficult to find support, because if you go to your church, what are they going to say? They're going to say, maybe you should work on it. Maybe you should. Marriage is hard. No more. No more propping up toxicity. Absolutely not. We need to call this out. Anybody that is shaming you. So if you go to your family and you're like, well, maybe you should give you another try, because, he doesn't seem that bad. So if somebody is shaming you in your circle, they are not your people to support you in this. If somebody is guilting you in this, they are not your people to support you in this. When you leave a toxic relationship, it is like swimming upstream, going in the complete opposite direction of everybody else. So your family might support their spouse or your person. Your church and your community might support this person, and you won't. Where do I go? Where do I go? And society as a whole might be kind of like, oh, you left? Oh, how long were you married for? Yes. Absolutely not. At this stage, we need to absolutely start looking at everything. absolutely everything. Everything that people tells us is good for us. Use your discernment. Use your discernment. And then I mean everything. If a nutritionist tells you something and you're not losing any weight, perhaps they're not the right person for you and they're giving you misinformation. I certainly was given misinformation in that regard. It makes you question, does society actually want you to be healthy? And I would answer, no. No, they do not. If you want to be healthy, you need to save yourself, is what you need to do. And how I did it was pretty much going against everything somebody else told me. You need to be your own guru. You need to be your own researcher. You need to be your own doctor and listen to your body and check in with your body. You need to be your own advocate and fight for yourself when you get misdiagnosis after misdiagnosis after misdiagnosis. Over 9 different medical professionals I went to in regards to this to find a solution. That's insanity. That's insanity. So question everything. Question your schooling. Question your education. Question your experts. Question your gurus. Question who's saying what and why are they saying it and where is the money going. If there's a money flow somewhere, then you need to ask, where is the money going and how is this actually going to help me? So question everything and start looking at absolutely everything. Because if you want to get healthy, if you want to get your life back, your vitality back, you want to follow in my footsteps, then the way to do that is to get out of narcissistic energies, to get out of toxic situations, to escape in every way you can and take a long, hard look of where in your life there are toxics. Are you eating toxic foods? Are you putting toxins on your body? Are you drinking toxins? Are you smoking toxins? Look around. Look around. Are your interactions with people toxic? Are your interactions with family toxic? Are your interactions... Look at the toxicity. And then you're going to wonder, well, no wonder I'm overweight. I'm sick. I have headaches. I have migraines. I have cancer. You don't live in a bubble. You live in a system that is outdated, twisted in many of its ideas and ideologies and science even. And a lot of the things that you may be told from professionals, I'm going to say, buyer beware. Buyer beware. If you're buying something, beware. Not everything that is spiritual is healthy. Not everything that is healthy is healthy. Not everything that is packaged in nice little packaging and shiny little ways and expert opinion may be healthy for you. What's going to be healthy for you and the number one person you need to listen to on your journey is you. Is your body. What is your body saying to you? Listen to every single ache and pain. The more you numb them, the more you medicate them, the more that you're not listening to them. You're not sitting in them. You need to sit in the pain and the suffering and have a conversation with your knee about why is it all out of joint. And, your knee is saying, I gotta be all firm standing in this crazy environment. So listen. It's like that little meme. Listen, Linda. Okay, listen to your body. Listen. Please listen to your body. So number 1, we're going to listen to our body. Number 2 is we are going to emote. There is nothing wrong with emoting. If you are grieving, grieve. You are not being melodramatic. You are not too sensitive. You are not disordered. You are not anything that anybody says that gaslights you in any way, shape, or form. If somebody says words that feel ick, that's because the words are icky, not because you're doing something wrong, okay? So you need to emote, to heal your body, to clear your body of all of the bullshittery. You need to emote. You need to cry. You need to scream. You need to experience everything. 3.5 years is what it has taken me. Well, really, actually more than that, because I would have started this journey on the physical in 2020. In 2019, I got my wake-up call in December, so 2020. So we're now 5 years. And I worked on the physical body first and foremost, physical body. I got out and started doing my aligned walking. I changed my diet. I listened to my body. My body was screaming at me saying, something's seriously wrong here. You need to escape from the situation. And I was like, I can't escape from this situation that I'm in because I'm too fat and I'm too tired and I'm too sick to do anything. And I lost my job at the same time. So I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to take this time that I've been given, that the job loss has left me with all these hours to go and walk 5K a day and go and do my yoga and go and eat healthy food. And I'm going to treat myself like I'm Rocky Balboa, and I'm going to heal myself so that I can get the fuck out of this situation. And then the next thing that happened was the emotional realm started purging and purging and purging. I had my Kundalini and there was purges. It takes time. You are not too sensitive. You are not too dramatic. You are not too disordered. You are not any of those things. You are a human being having human responses and human emotions to release the toxicity that has been absorbed into you after years of bullshit. Years of trauma. If you're playing out trauma in your adult years, that is reenactment, and that is a known circumstance for somebody that has had trauma as a child. And who has had trauma as a child? Everybody. Why? Because the entire system props up supporting dysfunction. You know, perhaps you were raised in a family where that couple should have gotten divorced long ago. I know with me, I used to dream as a child, would they not get divorced and would my dad not take me away? That never happened, okay? Because the system, the society that we're in, and for thousands of years, it goes back in time where people stayed in dysfunctional relationships because that was what they were forced to do, which meant people stayed and raised children in dysfunctional homes because that's what they were supposed to do. And nobody said it may be better interest for people to get, like, divorce really only became popularized like 50 years ago. And so then we're like, oh my God, we have this epidemic of divorce because we didn't as a society know how to deal with divorce, how to work as a collective, as a community to help people transition out of toxic relationships and have safe community to go to once they did. So toxic situations being raised in toxic households, toxic situations being raised in broken households because of toxic households. So all this toxicity, all this trauma then put us all doing and repeating these same behaviors and these same patterns. And then we were propped into the system, held together with like glue and band-aids and some duct tape and saying, hey, you got to be loyal. You got to, that's because that's the way we've always done it. Fuck that, okay? Fuck whatever the way we've always done it. That's the way we did it in the age of Pisces. The way we do it in the age of Aquarius is to feel your feelings. Feel every single last one of them. I will be the loudest on the planet with a megaphone in there screaming at people to feel your feelings. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay. It's not okay if you take those feelings and explode on people, but when you create a safe container for yourself in which to experience those feelings, for me, my safe container was my bedroom. My bedroom became my sanctuary. Make your bedroom your sanctuary. And if that means going into a spare bedroom in the house so that you can have a sanctuary, make that your sanctuary. And nobody can cross, because I'm emoting in here. I'm healing. I'm doing healing work with every tear that comes down my face. I'm a fucking warrior. And with every shake and anxiety and everything that is expressed, the more you do it, the more it releases, the healthier you will become. This is the way to health. This is the way to health. There's many other ways that have been promised to us health. And listen, I walked all those paths. For 30 years, I walked down the path of counseling. Didn't get me anywhere compared to what sitting and doing the emotional work did, all on my absolute own. Yes, I had a trauma coach, trauma therapist to help me through this last year after reporting my ex to the police because my PTSD was so severe. So depending on the variance, the varying degrees of your emotions, if you need help and if you need specific tools to deal with specific energies, please book a one-on-one with me and let's sit down and discuss your anxiety and come up with actual tools that are going to help you, okay? So that you can get into the practice of daily emoting. That's the goal. Daily emoting. So we're making our bodies safe. We're listening to our bodies. We're detoxifying our bodies. We're detoxifying our emotional realms by emoting. Okay. It wouldn't be like if you didn't urinate, okay, you'd be in a bad way. You'd be in a really, really bad way. And it's no different. Okay. So we actually have to learn that every single day we're going to learn to emote a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. How am I feeling today? I'm going to check in with myself. Okay. I think I'm a little bit sad today. And instead of saying, what can I do to raise my vibe? What can I do to get out of this emotion? What can I do? None of that. We're going to actually go, oh, okay, I'm sad. Hello, sad. What do you need today, sad? Okay, I'm going to sit in the sad. Oh, you want some soft music? And for the next hour, we're going to sit in a rocking chair or hammock and we're going to just be sad. It's allowed to be sad. I am allowed to be sad. I am allowed to be angry. I am allowed to feel. You have a right to feel. Next, we're going to start detoxifying the mind, because the mind is going to start telling you all the bullshit the society or your toxic family of origin has been telling you since you were a child. So your family said to you, you were too dramatic. You're going to hear your inner critic going, oh, geez, you really need to get out of this because you're being way too dramatic. So if you're saying shit like that to yourself, you need to reprogram the mind, okay? While we're reparenting ourselves through the emotions, we need to reparent the mind and say, no, I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on anything that sounds like criticisms, it sounds like judgment, sounds like shoulding, you should do this, you shouldn't do that. Any of those are no. Any yabbits, but I shouldn't do this because I yabbit. Yeah, no, yabbits. We're going to instead reprogram the mind so that we are going to identify reality. And the reality is, oh, geez, that situation happened and I have a right to feel the way I feel because I was devalued. I was not validated. I was abused. I was yelled at. I was raged at. I'm going to identify, use my mind to use discernment to see what the reality is. See what is really happening. What is really happening in this moment? I am having a feeling. What is the feeling in relation to? What am I seeing? What is the truth that I am seeing? The truth is not that I'm being overdramatic, okay? So if you have been gaslit your whole life, you have this auto program in here that begins to gaslight you. You shouldn't feel like that. You pop yourself out of it. Try a higher vibe. What can I do to make myself different? Don't make yourself different. Be what you are. Be authentically you in whatever emotion that you are in, because each time you experience emotion, you raise your vibrational frequency. You raise your vibrational frequency so that you're getting up into throat chakra, heart chakra energies. Heart chakra is like compassion for self, forgiveness for self, love for self. When you have those cultivated, you can have them for other people. If you don't have any of those for you, and if you're nasty to yourself, then I can guarantee that you're going to have conflicted relationships. It's impossible because you're not cultivating the energy within, and what is within is going to be reflected on the outside. As within, so without. Universal law. You want better outside of you, you got to be better inside of you. You got to put better inside of you. So yes, and then we get into like these authentic vibes, these like, I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to create some healthy boundaries. I'm going to learn how to say no. Do you have problems with no? Yes, I'm going to create an exit strategy. I'm going to see my way out of this situation because I deserve better. Because when we start seeing reality, we also see ourselves in reality. If we're no longer beating ourselves up and seeing ourselves for what we truly are, I am divine, being of light. I am a spiritual warrior. I am hot. I am sexy. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am funny. I am happy. Go make yourself a list of all the amazing qualities that you are, if you haven't already done it, and put it beside your bed so you can believe it. And if your inner critic is like saying some bullshit, you're going to go, no, I am wise. I am humorous. I am smart. I make good decisions. Okay? Start seeing reality for what reality is. Start seeing you for what you are. Start seeing them for what they are. Because when you see reality is when you can actually make action steps towards creating a pathway to a better reality, a healthier reality, a more vibrant reality, a reality of abundance. You can't have the abundance, the prosperity, the magic, if you are still living trapped in a toxic, icky situation, okay? It can't come in. The new can't come in if you're still holding on to the old. And if you're still believing the old. And if you're still thinking the old. And if you're still feeling, not feeling, which would be the old. So as we step into Age of Aquarius, that I'm getting super, super stoked about, let's destroy constructs that have previously held you trapped and break cycles and speak out the truth and speak up for yourself and become empowered to say, no, you may be an authoritative figure on this, but that's not what is going to be in alignment with. That's not the health treatment that is going to work for me. No, that's not acceptable way of communicating to me anymore. I am leaving the room if you are talking to me like that, and then leave the room. No. This job is not good enough for me. I deserve to be treated better. I'm going to go find myself a better job. I'm not going to sit, whine, and complain about it, and nothing ever changes. Because that's how we become disempowered, and we cycle down to despondency. There's nothing I could do. That's apathy. Worst energy ever to be in. I know all about it. I was there for years of just absolutely, I give up. You know, I used to joke, which wasn't a joke, was like, it's a slow crawl to death. I just can't wait. I'm just hanging out until I fucking die. And now I'm like, oh, hells to the no. I am going to heal this, heal that, heal my life on the inside. So we start on the inside and then we can heal our life on the outside. And I'm excited. I am stoked. I am ready. I am ready because I healed the body. I healed the emotions. I healed the mind. These are things that are going to keep needing healing. healing as, I keep going through life and new things come along and might trigger some old things, but I'm a hell of a lot better than where I was in 2019, which was one step into the fucking grave. Lots of swearing tonight, a little bit feisty, as I said. Some scrappy-doo is coming out because I want you to know that it's possible. I want you to know that you can do it, that you don't need to tolerate a life of misery, of suffering, of just resigned. Ugh. No, you can stand up and you can make a difference. And so the difference is, I'm going to repeat, start with the body. Listen to the body. Give the body all the love your body like it's like the best thing in the entire universe, because it is. It's your body. It's your vehicle. Choose to be a Ferrari and choose your body. Treat your body like you would a Ferrari as opposed to an old jalopy. Okay? Love on it. Give it the higher quality foods that it needs and stop feeding it shit. If you need help with the body, please feel free to make a booking and we can discuss and create a strategy for you to work on the body. Let yourself feel your emotions. Feel them to heal them. Work on, in the feeling of them, the reparenting your inner child, being kind to yourself while you are feeling them. I am sorry that you feel that way. It's okay to not be okay. This too shall pass. You will be okay. If you need help, I have the Meditations with B playlist that has reparenting affirmations that you can listen to as you are going through purges. That might help. I hope that they do. They helped me. That's why they exist, because I needed to hear that shit while I was going through all the stuff that I was going through in the darkest of days. And reprogram the mind. No more anything nasty. If you're saying mean things to yourself, that needs to stop today. No more calling yourself names. No more putting yourself down. No more of any of that. It's time we start flipping our way that we see ourselves into what we truly are. So we need to see ourselves in truth, and that's going to take time. I'm just really starting to see myself in truth now. And it's kind of blowing my mind a little bit. Like today, I'm like, holy fuck. I can't believe I did all of that. Like, I didn't have time to stop and look at it. And I've been integrating for the last couple of months is the energy that I've been in. It's the integration phase of your awakening. And you look back at everything that you went through and you're like, oh my God, how did I even do that? That's like crazy. It's crazy, but it's possible. It's possible. It is possible to do it. And I did it primarily DIY, doing it myself on my own. So you can too. I have the tools that you can use, and it's not going to cost you, for the rest of your life, or you need to pay me $5,000 to come to a weekend seminar that's going to do a little bit. No, I'm going to give you daily strategies and tools and techniques that you can do on your own at home. Book a one-on-one with me and see how far you get with that. I don't want to see you every single week. I don't have time for that. You don't need to see and talk to me every single week. You need to watch my videos, 650 videos that are going to help you out for free, or book a one-on-one with me, and that is by donation, so that it can fit within your price point, and we can sit down and we can break apart your most immediate concerns right now. And then once you get those sorted, you can come back to me and talk about the next things. I healed my body. Now I'm stuck on this anxiety thing. Can you give me some tips for anxiety? Yes, I can. I absolutely can. If you don't know all of the things that I faced, like, serious to God, it's cuckoo, okay? Just look at my Facebook heading profile, and it lists out, and I'll post it here as well. Again, it lists out all, and that's not even all of the things that I faced. That's the tip of the iceberg of what I had to face and what I had to heal to get myself to where I am today, to get my brain back functioning. Like, I was like this. I can't move. I was like that. In 2019, I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. I couldn't remember the fucking word table. To have your brain robbed from you is probably, that's why I say it's crazy that it's not criminal. It is one of the most evil things that any human being could do to another human being. To fuck with them so severely with the brain chemistry and causing like actual brain damage. Like, and then they wanted to treat me with like electroshock therapy. Be your own advocate. I didn't need electroshock therapy. What I needed was to escape from a very abusive situation. So I'm standing up. I'm fighting back. I'm breaking cycles. I'm speaking up. I'm speaking out. I am saying no, no more. No more to toxic bullshit. No more to staying in dysfunctional relationship for the sake of the kids or because you're used to it or because it's like your comfort zone. It is sick. It will make you sick. If you want to die sooner, then I suppose do whatever you want. But if you want to have a long and happy and vital and adventurous and prosperity and all the fun things that in life has to offer, there's a plethora of amazing shit out there for you, but you won't get it if you're stuck in the cycle. What you will get is you will get sick. You will get very, very sick. And I'm like, I don't want that for you. I love you more than maybe you love yourself in this present moment in time because I believe in you. I am proud of you. I'm fighting for you. I am doing this for you. I am like on this mission and I want to help as many, many people as I can because we got to change this. We got to change this. We've been living in a sick society with sick things that are considered normal and healthy that aren't, and sick arrangements that are, and behaviors and paradigms and ideas and ideals and norms and values that are sick. Let's get healthy. You want the age of Aquarius? You want the world to be a better place? It starts with you. That's it. That's all. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing outside of you. It starts with you. It starts with you getting happy and healthy because when you get happy and healthy within you, you vibrate out a new energy that radiates in the world. So you become an epicenter. You become a source of increased vibration, which forces the entire planet to change. It forces change. Be the change, please. Listen to Gandhi. He was a very, very smart man. Be the change. Listen to Buddha. Listen to Jesus. Listen to our teachers that have told us that, enlightenment is a hard and difficult path through suffering. But when you get out the other end, I'm sure, as I said, it's going to be up and down, no doubt, for a lot of us as these energies keep forcing us to sit and really face long, hard truths. Long, hard truths. Wooza! Scrappy-doo coming out. I want to hear your thoughts, so I do, on the entire marriage idea. I've actually decided that I will never ever marry again because the entire construct is so warped. So if I ever do find myself in divine partnership, which I know I will because I deserve it and I've done the work and I ain't putting all this on the shelf for an eternity. No. As Justin Timberlake said, sexy's back, I'm bringing sexy back. And life is starting to get vibrant and full again for me. So I will have an anti-wedding where we can make a vow that, every year, if you're not happy, please leave. Please leave. That is the relationship paradigm that I will be creating for myself moving forward. So anyone that can come in and keep up with me, and I'm hard to keep up with. I have yet to meet anyone that can do that. I'm hard to keep up with because I'm always healing the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, because there's always a next thing. And I'm going to bring the show on the road and try to help as many people on mission as I can. So yes, it will be a very much, and that goes for all relationship. If you're not happy with me, if I'm starting to irritate the crap out of you, then adios. I wish you well. It's good. I'm good. I don't want any forms of hooks into any relationships that are dependent upon obligation of any sort, because that is a bind, and we are breaking the binds, breaking the cycles. Fuck that. Fuck that. Are you happy this year? Yeah, I'm still happy. Maybe on January 1st, instead of resolutions, it can be like a renegotiation of contracts. Hey, how are we doing this year? I think I'd like a year to myself this year. Oh, okay. Adios. Bye. Come back in a year, see if maybe, and maybe not. And maybe I'll meet somebody. Maybe not. The non-contractual contracts. That would be a great new way to have a relationship paradigm moving forward. I don't know. Maybe I'm just loony, but I'm healthy. So I'll be healthy, because what I think was what they called healthy was the loony. The loony. Yes, I've escaped out of the insanity, and I want you to escape with me. And I want to build an entire new way of living, way of thinking, way of being, way of doing everything. Age of Aquarius is here, people, and we can do it together as we do the work within. So I'm sorry if today's came out a little bit like lecture. Don't mean to be lecturing anyone, but yes, just had some things to say, which is amazing, because I would have never been able to say these things 5 years ago. Not only because my mind wasn't working, but because I would have been too terrified to speak up and speak out against major institutions like the medical system or like the marital system. I would have been very, very scared to have those opinions. Maybe amongst friends, like 3 people, but publicly, no. I wouldn't have been able to do that. So throat chakra is a healing. Yes, it is. If you want to book with me, please send me off an email. The way to do that is in my new description below. Check it out. Tell me what you think. I tweaked it a little bit. If you want to share, subscribe, send a super. I really appreciate the supers. I really appreciate the donations. I have donation link down below. I have the Spiritual Warrior Support Group link below. I have what do you need? As I get this website up and running, I will have new links for the meetings that we're having, the Zoom meetings, and other events that I'm planning down the road. New things on the horizon will be coming through. I'm super excited. I'm enjoying the chats that I'm having with others as we're like, where can we take this? This is fun. So if you would like to collaborate, cross-promote, cross-pollinate, as I like to say, please feel free to get in touch with me. And I'm easy enough to get in touch with. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to your comments. I'm sending you all my absolute love and compassion as we go through this absolutely insane ascension process, an awakening process that's bringing us into a whole new level of consciousness so that we can build a whole new system, society, everything. Everything's got to go. Everything's got to go. Everything. It's let's just get rid of it all and start from scratch. That's what we need to do. Who's with me? Peace in. Peace in.